What's going on, everybody? Judd Burden here with Asphalt Kingdom, and I am here with my brother from another mother. Actually, that's what I'm saying, brother from another mother, just because, I actually feel like we've developed a relationship over the last little bit that has forged into something really, really cool.
Yeah.
And we're here at the National Pavement Expo in Charlotte, North Carolina right now, sucking on Werthers, getting Blacktop Banter merch, and thinking back to rewind to the first time that I met you in was it Cleveland?
We were in Nashville.
It was Nashville. Remember that?
The first memorable experience for you was Cleveland. The first memorable experience for me was Nashville 2017, right? Because what I wanted to do and what I felt like I should be doing was make videos, right? And create content highlighting our industry. There was only really one other person who had done something similar to that in our industry at that time, and that was you, right? So I remember seeing you there in 2017 being like, oh, there's Judd, right? Go up, shake hands. I'm like, hey, yeah, I watch your videos. Yeah, you're like, cool. Thanks for the support. Sky's the limit. Okay. Next, right? We get 1 year. I do my thing, start making videos, creating the Facebook groups, and trying to connect everybody, create community, really to help educate myself. In 2018, we're in Cleveland, and we just started killing it, like our whole industry did.
But hold back for 1 second. So I remember seeing you on the floor. We're on the floor.
In Cleveland?
In Cleveland.
Mm-hmm.
I think you think it's Nashville. I think it's Cleveland. And wherever it was, there was this guy, Marvin Joles, who I had seen on YouTube. And I had seen some of the videos get started. And I was like, man, this is really interesting because if you actually, if we go back to that time, there was nobody else doing this.
No.
And we were it was the pioneering of bringing things to the digital world that were educational, and in some cases not always the right thing. It was wrong thing sometimes, but we were giving it a really solid try and effort to bring the attention to the industry.
Right. Yeah, I think those early years, right, we were doing something that had never been done before. And during that time, you don't really, when you're on camera or you're creating a piece of content when you're starting out initially, you're just trying to somewhat mimic and get through it because you know that you should do it. You're either mimicking what you've seen or emulate what you've seen or do whatever, and it takes a while before you become your genuine self on camera and in content. When that starts to happen, that's when the magic happened. So I did emulate my mentors from the green industry, landscape and lawn care industry, and then once I started to find myself and my character traits about me genuinely as a human being, I started to let those kind of go in the content and flow through the content. It's scary to do that because you're like, man, if they don't like this content, it's almost like they don't like me, right? Yeah. But if they do like the content, then you're like, oh, man, they like me, and they like what we do. The main thing we always wanted to do, and you and I talk about, is making sure we bring the correct attention to the industry and that it makes us feel good as people when we create that content.
So let me ask you something. Through this journey, and I'm asking it with already knowing the answer to it, but I'm asking it because I think there's a lot of people out there that may be holding back because of the way that we're going to get into this conversation. So how many times throughout the process did you have a concern as to whether or not you were doing the right thing because of maybe the naysayers?
Oh, a lot. I mean, it was never whether or not it was the right thing. It was more of whether I can sustain it emotionally to keep taking those hits, right? So there's a lot of times I just wanted to give up. And actually, some of the content from my first YouTube run is deleted. There's probably 30 to 40 videos that have been deleted because I just was like, it made me so nervous because of what everybody was saying. Here I built my successful asphalt businesses, and me creating this content, I thought people are going to think a certain way about me and not hire me. They're going to think I'm weird and strange and everything else. Even though I kind of knew that wasn't going to be the case, it still was a huge impactful thing emotionally. So I deleted those videos, and there was a lot of times where I stopped and was like, all right, enough. All right, I'm not going to break this ceiling. It's not going to happen. But then every time that would happen, there'd be somebody who was like, where are the videos? Like, where's the podcast? Last year when we were here, I take a break in the summer, or normally did, with Blacktop Banter, and somebody was like, "Bring back banter. Like we want it back." And I'm like, "All right, we'll go all year then this time." So we went all year this year. It'll be our first full year. But a lot, Judd. I mean, when you ask that question, that's one of the scariest things ever, is putting yourself out there for the public to not only witness, but then they get to judge nowadays, right, in the comment sections and whatnot. So it's scary, but one thing I think that you've proven and I've proven is that if done correctly, consistently, and done well, it can be done to not only make you feel good about what you're doing for yourself and your company, but your industry and our community as well. So that's why that little light always kept me just like, okay, let's take one more step. Let's do one more baby step.
So, Blacktop Banter.
Yeah, Blacktop Banter.
Blacktop Banter. So there's Wis-Coat.
There's Wis-Coat,
and then there's Blacktop Banter.
And Blacktop Banter, yeah, there's two different beasts.
And so Wis-Coat is a pavement asset management company.
Correct.
Providing asphalt maintenance services, and has been around for
this will be 19 years coming up, man.
19 years.
It makes me feel old to say that. Yeah, 19 years.
Yeah. You still look 28.
Oh, thanks, man. I try to. That's probably my regimen, my diet regimen, maybe now.
That's awesome. And so, Blacktop Banter came from somewhere. What happened?
Yeah. So what happened was we had Wis-Coat, and me being naturally a marketer, even though I didn't know it, I was looking at Facebook one day and realized that you could tag people in videos, and then whoever was following their page would see you in that video. So I developed something called Wis-Coat Wednesday. Everything I developed apparently has a nice ring to it, right? So here I am, this unaware marketing guy. Oh, that has a nice ring to it. And I just thought it came to me easy. I didn't realize I was clever at it. But we did Wis-Coat Wednesday, so I would get local people where we were, whether that was a business or an organization or a great cause. We did police officers, politicians, all these people. And I would just ask them a series of questions for 10 minutes or so, tag them in the post. Their friends would see it. We've seen it. Well, pretty soon, same how people are like, hey, bring back banter. They were like, hey, when's next Wis-Coat Wednesday? When's the next Wis-Coat Wednesday? And that went on for a while. Where I am, we're really rural. You can't find very many people that are willing to do it, right? I think we did 30 episodes, so we did 30 weeks worth. Every 2 weeks we would do it. We did 30 weeks worth, and it kind of died there. But what happened was when we'd come to these expos and hang out, we'd have great conversations like you and I have with really great people. And no one would ever hear them. And we'd come back that next year, and that person might not be there. Something happened outside of the control, and all I could think was, I have to retell their story now, and I don't want to do that. What I want to do is have that story solid and on the internet, going to live forever. So we started Blacktop Banter, and I took the same concept from Wis-Coat Wednesday and applied to Blacktop Banter. Find somebody, tag them in it, their group sees our group. And it started to shed a light on our industry, right? And then how we're connected and how we're similar as people. Even though we do similar work, and there's all these different aspects of our industry, we're similar as people. Pretty soon, we got NASCAR drivers talking about their blacktop. We got ex-NFL players talking about how they dealt with same stuff emotionally that we as business owners deal with as well, right? So it was really a unique experience to start seeing that type of thing happen. Now we have, combat athletes are on there, still business owners are on there, NASCAR drivers are on there, NASCAR championship drivers are on there, IndyCar drivers are on there. I mean, and then we go back to it, and we have 2 weeks in a row we've had Seal Coat guys on it, right? So it's really interesting, and this shows, hey man, no matter where we come from or where we go to, we're a lot more similar than we are different.
So as this journey unfolds with Blacktop Banter,
yep,
because I already know like this passion that you have for it, like there's this energy that you have that's tied to like, and you can feel it without even asking the question. Right. You can truly feel the energy that's coming from. Like I'm hearing Wis-Coat, but I'm not hearing Wis-Coat in the same kind of intensity as Blacktop Banter. So can you tell us what's in store for Wis-Coat and what's in store for Blacktop Banter?
Yeah, I mean, right here we're sitting in the Blacktop Banter booth at MPE, and I always thought, why would I have a booth, right? I just meet everybody and shake hands anyways. What happened was we started to promote Blacktop Banter through social media, And also, when we promote Blacktop Banter, we would be using equipment and things from the industry and products. And those pieces of content we created so that they would get more views, more attention, because we wanted to bring more views and attention to that stuff. We got really good at what we do. And through that, we started to get asked to manage social media content for different companies to help them with consultation. And now some of the larger brands in the industry, we work with them on that aspect as well. But Blacktop Banter itself became cool. It just became a voice, right, for our community. And now we're sitting at our booth, but I'm looking at the Blacktop Banter seal coat rig right over here that we partnered with a major brand to do. Yep. We have a lot in store here coming up. We had the event last night, which was fantastic. A ton of people on Tuesday night at MPE. Never has anything like that ever happened before. And the reason we're able to do it is because of the community. So we're really excited. We got Wis-Coat rolling. My crew lead, Chris, who everybody knows as Cheeks, he's been kind of under the wing of me for a while and taking the lead on that. Dubuque Asphalt Maintenance is also owned by Wis-Coat, and we are going to be doing that as well, and that's going forward, doing more commercial work. And then kind of frees me up to do some Blacktop Banter stuff, man. So I'm excited for what the future holds all around as asphalt guys in the asphalt community that are just friends.
So one wish that you would like to see unfold, one thing that you really would love to see unfold in our industry in the next 12 months?
Ooh.
For next NP, because as we roll this clip out for 2024 in Tampa, the National Pavement Expo, let's play it. So one thing that you wish
so
for our industry.
So here's the thing. It's not just me here, right? Now, you and I were those two guys kind of at the beginning, and then I took the lead as an influencer outside of any kind of brand. I didn't have Blacktop Banter or anything at that point, and that became a contractor within the community doing these things. It's been a long road. Like that was a while ago, man, and that's a lot of content. There's we have millions and millions of views, hundreds of thousands of followers, thousands and thousands of pieces of content. It's been a long game and a lot of steady pressure. And as we alluded to earlier, it took a lot for me to make it from there to here, but you know, I hate to say paving the way because that gets used a lot in our industry.
Sure.
But this NPE, the social media classes that are being held aren't held by me. I'm not that guy. We have young kids that are teaching these classes. We have 4 other content creators within Blacktop Banter besides myself now, right?
Yep.
What we're going to be there. The content creators are going to be there. We're going to do it. What would make it easier is, and it's leaning this way, is if the brands, the suppliers, the manufacturers, all these larger entities within our industry would have faith in companies like Blacktop Banter, influencers, and people like the creators at Blacktop Banter, and give us a chance, give us a shot. Let us see what we can do with your help and see how we can help you on your end. I have a feeling that it would be a better result than anybody could ever imagine. And that's what I would hope for. I would hope that some of these larger companies free up a little bit.
You want to know something, brother? I'll tell you that marketing is a very, very, very powerful thing. And marketing can actually influence the trajectory of an industry.
Bingo.
It can make it more attractive for hires. It can make it more attractive for facility managers, property owners, property managers.
Yep.
And with you really, really world-class marketing, we have the opportunity to do that.
Yeah.
What I hope happens in the next year is that we solve the problem that most pavement asset management companies are struggling with, which is finding good people to work for them.
Yeah, I think so too.
And I think we can do that if we all work together, brother.
I think so too. I'm in.
Hey, listen, thank you so much for your time. I love this. I love the jam. I'm so glad that we got to push this out to you guys. This is such a long time in the making, and here we are at the National Pavement Expo, Charlotte, North Carolina, 2023. Marvin Joles, one and only Blacktop Banter. Follow him everywhere. Great guy, great human, looking to help this industry every single day.
If you liked this video, go ahead and check out this video, or check out this video. And don't forget, like, comment, and subscribe right here below.